Hey everyone, it's the Miserable Movie Man back again with another video. This is a quick one I'm going to do about my review of the latest Beverly Hills Cop movie, Axel F. So I am a huge Beverly Hills Cop fan and a huge Eddie Murphy fan. Have been since I was a kid. Watched most of his good movies over and over again. I can quote most of the lines of it back off by heart. So I was really looking forward to Axel F, especially with the fact that Eddie Murphy himself said it took a long time for a script to be developed that he was satisfied with. And of course there was the Beverly Hills Cop TV show that was short-lived, which this movie kind of strikes from canon. But yeah, really looking forward to it. I would say overall it was an enjoyable film. It didn't quite hit the heights of the previous films. I still think it's probably better than Beverly Hills Cop 3, which wasn't great. But there were some good things and bad things. It was great to have that 80s film vibe to it. I thought, the mindless violence and the car chases and the shootouts, that was great. It was really good in some ways in terms of the homages it paid to the previous film. Some very similar camera shots. Pretty much all the same beats from Beverly Hills Cop 1 and some from Beverly Hills Cop 2 as well. I mean, drug smuggling through art. All of the songs from the old films were in there as well, but unfortunately for me, they were downplayed and didn't get quite the same prominence in the film. I mean, when you hear Shakedown, which is one of my favorite songs of all time, I think, played in Beverly Hills Cop 2, it really has an impact on the screen, and we didn't really get that in this film, although there were a few new songs that they put in there, a bit more updated stuff. Axel was driving a less beat-up blue Chevy Nova. Serge was in it, and he was great. Can't get enough of Serge. I mean, from his appearance in 1 to his appearance now is great. But I was wondering, where was the Mumford T-shirt? And one of the things that I didn't really enjoy so much was, in this film, Axel wasn't really that funny to me. I mean, the humor was him playing a little bit off the other characters, but they had the better lines. Yeah, it was interesting to see him try and pull some kind of ruses to get into places and almost never working, really. Apart from when he pretended to be, a Hollywood agent. But I wanted to see a lot more of his quick wit and, the way he gets himself out of situations. That was really missing. So I really missed that about the character. I mean, if you look at 1 and 2 and some of the stuff he says, from the Rap Coalition of America, to trying to get into the Harrow Club, it's wonderful little ruses, and he was really lacking in that. And yeah, you've got the homages where he goes to a gentleman's club or goes to a members club and he speaks to a dude on the door, which is Chris Rock in Beverly Hills Cop 2, one of his very early roles. And this time, another stand-up comedian who is not going to help him out, instead of giving him, a banana as he was given by, I think it was one of the Wayans brothers in the first one. So seeing those situations flip wasn't that funny for me, and seeing Axel not really being able to fast talk his way out of situations wasn't that good either for me in terms of his character. I really missed that about Axel Foley. But one cool thing was, the bad guys were in Victor Maitland's house. I mean, if you look at the house and the camera angle, I think it's the same house. The helicopter ride was okay, I think, with the Airwolf theme. I think for me, the funniest scene was him with the parking meter lady. That was the funniest scene in the film for me. Great to see Inspector Todd on the wall. Legendary character. I was also disappointed by the fact that, Taggart didn't back up Billy. I thought there was no way, after what they've been through, that Taggart wouldn't back up Billy based on the characters from the previous films. Yeah, I know Billy was always a little bit out there. Taggart was always a bit more by the book. But, I mean, they were partners, and Taggart clearly was conflicted, having trained the guy, brought him up through the academy, but still, this is Billy Rosewood we're talking about here, or Rosemont, as he was called in the first film. No way that Taggart wouldn't back him up, so that was disappointing. I mean, right at the end where Axel jumps in the car, and it's the same camera angle with the three of them in the car, that was a good scene, that was a nice scene. You really needed more of the three of them together, and with Billy out the picture for the majority of it, it fell flat from that perspective, in my opinion. It would have been great to have Billy much more active throughout the whole film and having the three of them play off each other for old time's sake, but we didn't really get that. So I think those are the main points I wanted to mention. Overall, probably like a 6.5 out of 10 for me. Fun, pleasant, nice seeing Eddie Murphy on the screen again. I think he's cashing in a little bit before his time is up with these Netflix deals. I didn't think the script was so good that it needed to be made now. I think they could have done a better job perhaps with some of the characters, as I said. But it was enjoyable seeing Tag on the screen again. Jeffrey, some of the other characters as well. That was always nice to see. So overall, pleasant, enjoyable film, kind of a throwback to the 80s, but nothing that, you get really too excited about, or nothing that knocks it out of the park either. Anyway, that's my review of Axel F. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next one.